Welcome. Today, you'll dive into an exciting auto design simulation where you'll collaborate, strategize, and put your skills to the test. Let's get started. Before proceeding, make sure you've completed the consent form and signed your full name. If you haven't or have questions, please let us know. Before starting the simulation, connect with your group on Teams. Click the meeting button to join. Make sure everyone is present and ready to go. Once you've completed the consent form, you'll gain access to the simulation. In this simulation, you are part of a new entrepreneurial team. You are going to work on designing a brand new car. Your dream is for your car to appeal to the market and be as commercially successful as possible. Starting a new business is challenging. It's full of uncertainty and risks. Before launching your final product, you'll need to explore the market. Anytime you build a prototype, you'll receive feedback. Through trial and error, you'll continue improving your product until you're confident it's ready to launch. The entrepreneurial team has 4 roles. Each of you has been assigned to one of the following roles: manager, researcher, manufacturer, and salesperson. Each of you has different expertise and capabilities. To simulate that, you'll each have access to different information depending on your role. This will make it very important to work together and communicate effectively. Now, let's go over each of the roles one by one. Manager, you lead the team. You gather information from everyone else. When the team is ready, you submit the design. Only you can submit the team's designs for feedback. You'll choose the starting market, SUV, sedan, or sports car, and decide if switching markets is necessary. You can select parts for the design by clicking these boxes, but you won't have detailed information about them, so rely on your teammates' information. Note that only you can submit or finalize the design. The other roles won't see the submit button. Researcher, only you have access to information on the car's performance. When you click the boxes to review technical details for each component, you'll see how the change affects performance. For example, only you can see the performance information for electronic crossover, SUV. Again, only you can see this information, so it will be important to communicate with your team members. Salesperson, only you have access to information on market trends and consumer preferences. You can click the boxes to view details about what customers want. For example, only you can see the market information for convertible roadster sports car. Again, only you can see this information, so it will be important to relay this information to your teammates. Manufacturer, only you have access to information on costs. Click the boxes to check production expenses and ensure the design stays within budget. For example, only you can see the cost information for small turbo engine. Again, only you can see this information, so it will be important to keep your teammates informed about financial concerns. Remember, each of you holds different information, so strong communication is key. When you're satisfied with your design, submit it to receive feedback on how the car did. When you click Submit, you will all see the feedback report. At the top of the report, you can see the features you chose to submit. Over here at the bottom, on the left, you can see your feedback on 3 aspects: performance of the car, consumer appeal of the car, and cost of mass production of the car. You will receive a score on each one. A higher score is better. For example, a score of 5 on cost of mass production is better than a score of 4 on cost of mass production. Over here, you also have your total score, which integrates the 3 feedback components. Remember, you want your score to be as high as possible so that the product does well on the market. You can review your previous submissions by clicking on these arrows. Clicking on the backwards arrow will show you the feedback report on the previous submission. This way you can see what you submitted before and what feedback you received on previous versions of the car. After receiving feedback, you can decide if you'd like to try a new design. If you'd like to try a new design, click the New Build button here. Only the manager can see and click this button. Other team members will not have access to it. Starting a new build opens a blank design page with no previous selections saved. You may create a new design, have the manager submit it for feedback, and repeat the process until you're satisfied and ready to finalize the car and learn your final score. When the team agrees the design is final, only the manager can click the Finalize button. Once finalized, no changes can be made, and your final score will be calculated based on that design. You have 45 minutes to complete your design. If time runs out before you finalize, your most recent submission will automatically be your final design. Keep your total design costs under $500,000 to avoid penalties. At the bottom right of your feedback screen, you'll see the cost of your current design and your total accumulated cost. This helps you stay updated on overall spending. Staying on budget can boost your final score, so monitor your costs closely. Aim for a score of 7.5 or higher to succeed. If your team reaches 7.5, each member will earn $5. If your score ranks in the top 10% of all teams, you'll receive an additional $5 bonus, bringing the total reward to $10 for each team member. So, collaborate, share insights, and aim high. After completing the simulation, please fill out a brief survey about your experience and provide demographic information. Click the button here to access the survey. To succeed in the simulation, work closely with your team. Each role has unique information, so collaboration is essential. Stay under the $500,000 budget, review feedback carefully, and iterate your design to improve performance, consumer appeal, and production cost. Only the manager can submit and finalize designs. However, all team members can access and review the reports for your previous designs and feedback. Aim for a score above 7.5 to earn $5 per member, and if your team ranks in the top 10%, you'll receive an additional $5 bonus. Manager, note that you can submit multiple times to receive feedback and start new designs, but you can finalize only once. Once finalized, the design cannot be changed, and the final score will determine team's reward. You have 45 minutes to complete the task. If time runs out, your last submission will count as your final design. So, dive in, get creative, and have fun. Good luck, and may the best auto design win.